Welcome back, everybody, to another segment of 120 Seconds. As always, I'm Stockwell, continuing with the Gathering of the Juggalos 2024 artist interviews. I sat down with BARZ, B-A-R-Z, usually with an exclamation point at the end. He's from Tacoma, Washington. He actually played the Martian stage last year at the Gathering. He headlined one of those days when I was hosting, and I was really feeling his music before that. I was really impressed with his live stage show. And then this year he jumped on the stage with Wildcard, who was he's coming up in an interview, but he was my, kind of for sure one of my most impressive live sets from this year. And he played at noon on Saturday. So there was not a lot of people there, which is a fucking shame because that guy's crazy dope. But I'll get into that. BARZ is also really dope. This one again is a backstage of the Omen stage area, and there's live music on the stage, so it is just loud as fuck, and there's some distortion on the voices, and I'm so fucking sorry. Again, I know the mic thing. I just can't rob the artist of the exposure. I don't want to rob myself, because I did run around like a chicken with my head cut off the gathering to try and make all these happen. So I still want to put these out because, again, I still think there's a lot of interesting information and opportunity for you to maybe become a fan of one or more of these artists. So, again, here's a sit down with BARZ, B-A-R-Z. And until next time, thanks for checking these out.
Welcome back, everybody, to another segment of 120 Seconds. As always, I'm Stockwell. We are here backstage of the Omen stage, and I'm sitting down with BARZ, B-A-R-Z, from Tacoma area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I actually introduced him to the stage last year when I was a stage host at the Martian stage. And he's fucking dope. And he catching up with him this gathering to do the sit-down interview because I want you to know who he is, because you'll think he's dope too. I can almost guarantee it. Almost every time I start it, one of my interviews with somebody who, juggalos by and large mostly don't know, I say, explain who you are to them in about roughly 120 seconds.
Okay. All right. You could barely see the bigger picture like you halfway through Oktoberfest. Chip on my shoulder. Honestly, I should probably get shoulder checked. You can fix mannequin arms way better than trying to pose a threat right on your neck. Like I actually tattooed no regrets for the green. I'm on your helmet like Boba Fett. If you don't collect, then I'm sitting on your house like J. Cole and get through an open vent. Aretha Franklin live. That means it's time that you show respect. And my motion the type that emotion sensor just don't detect. You saw the beard and thought I'm from a little town clutching on a purple bag's the only time you'll get the crown busting heads open the next token. I got a different sound coming. Thought I dropped the chainsaw, how I hit the ground running.
Okay. I fucking told you guys. And if you don't understand what the fuck he's saying, just slow it down and understand that the shit he said here was referenced way the fuck over here. All right? Fucking,
appreciate you.
Here's where those bars are at a lot of the time. Give it real listens, juggalos. He's fucking dope. All right. Your most recent release from just literally what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago.
Called 15 Minutes of Flame. It was literally 15 tracks, 15 minutes. Yeah. To me, it kind of plays like maybe one long track or like almost like a cipher with beat switch ups.
Yep.
As an individual cipher, right? Features, right? None?
No features.
Right. So what was the motivation behind doing that?
The album was kind of like a guinea pig. It's basically like our attention spans nowadays are so short that I wanted to put out an album that was 15 minutes long and see if people can play the whole thing and see if you actually enjoy the whole thing. But also on a different level, your average car ride is 15 minutes. 15 minutes to work, 15 minutes to the homie's house, 15 minutes to the store. So I'm like, can you play this whole thing in one car ride? So that was pretty much the whole gist of it.
And then speaking of releases, you're honestly more the type of guy that puts out singles instead of albums.
It just depends.
Okay. That's the vibe I catch.
Yeah.
So and what you said was it just depends. So that would kind of be my follow-up is like, why that approach sometimes and sometimes not? I mean, it's what you're feeling, or it's deliberate. Like what?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to like singles and stuff like that, I just kind of like put them out. Like I just put out a single last night, right at midnight, with Darby O'Trill, and it might not be on an album. I just
Okay.
I came up with the concept. I hit him up. I hit up my guy Swift Homicide. Definitely need to check out Swift Homicide. He's from the Bay Area, and he's he's bringing back the sick shit. But I got all three of them on the song, and I was like, you know what? Let's just put it out. I was thinking about putting on the album, but then last minute I was like, I should drop something for the gathering.
Okay.
You know?
All right, and I know I already touched on it a little bit, but I just found out about you last year, and I consider myself a dork of this fucking Wicked Underground, right? The Juggalo scene, whatever you call it. My term is Wicked Underground. That's what I've been calling it.
Yep.
Since holycore.com days, which I touched on many times.
Ooh, I remember that.
right.
I remember that. Holy shit.
So, announcing you on the stage was my fucking honor because I was really excited about finding out about you, seeing your solid ass set, wanting to be there to do it, checking it out, and in my opinion, everything delivered on all fronts. And then we hung out for fucking multiple days. So,
Hell yeah.
I want to know how it's possible that I hadn't fucking heard of you before last year. And so, where did you get your start? You know what, the Juggalos find you, or are you a Juggalo who was just doing hip hop? I mean, how?
So, I was, I'm from Tacoma, Washington, which is like 30 minutes away from Seattle, if you don't know. So I'm always going to Seattle, and I would open up for artists. I've opened up for Tech Nine and Strange, all of their whole camp. I opened up for Dark Lotus. I opened up for Twisted. The Twisted one. So I got into. It's a funny story. So this dude was supposed to open for Twisted in Seattle. He backed out last minute. Something happened with his family. He calls me. He says, "Hey man, I need you to come open up for these guys. In Seattle. Twisted." And I already knew who Twisted was, so I was like, okay. I never opened for the Juggalos before, and I did the show, and first 10 minutes they booed me. They booed the fuck out of me, just like, who the fuck is this? I wasn't painted up or nothing. And then by the end of that set, they respected me because we didn't stop. We just kept going. We got all the way through it, and I still talk to Juggalos from this day that they hit me up and say, I saw you there. So I was just like, and then at that point, then other promoters from the area, they're like, okay, open up for ABK. Can you come open up for Blaze?
They found a reputable opener for Juggalo X.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Right? I mean, that's
Right.
kind of, okay.
But it was, this was that era, like 2008, 2009, psychopathic era, when, they had, like, a pretty big roster. So, I mean, I was getting opportunities left and right. And then we finally got on with Strange and opened up for Brother Lynch a bunch of times. Devin the Dude. I love Devin the Dude. But, just being in that scene, But then coming here, it's like a lot of people didn't really know me because I didn't really have the money to, like, get to the Midwest or get to the East Coast.
And yeah, again, fair enough. I'm from Washington, you're from Illinois. Other way around. And I'm not even drunk or anything. Straight sober. It's fucking noon. Fucking jackass over here. I'm from Illinois. You're from Washington, and
right.
So it's fair to say that we didn't run into each other in the same circles, right? Right. Okay. Lastly, well, I'll let you do your plugs at the end. But what's next for BARZ?
Man,
I know you just said the single. I didn't know that. So, what's the name of the Darby O'Trill track?
It's called Perfect Murder.
Perfect Murder with Darby O'Trill. On all the shits?
Yeah, everything.
Okay.
Everything.
And then, again, you just dropped a project, so it's hard to say you got another project working, but it sounds like you do.
No, oh yeah.
Okay.
So based on the response to the 15 Minutes of Flame, we're going to do a volume 2.
Okay.
So that one's going to be just as crazy, no features, just me going in. You know what I mean?
Okay. Plug the socials. How can people find you, get a hold of you, whatever?
If you're on Instagram, it's BARZ, BARZ. If you're just looking for me on Google, it's BARZ, capitalized with an exclamation point. I'm not anybody else, But yeah, man, like if you just Google me or anything, or if you look anywhere on socials, you'll find me. Yeah, you'll definitely find me.
And you can find his set from the Martian stage last year on our Faggot Lovers YouTube, because I fucking made that happen.
Fuck yeah, bro.
All right.
Appreciate it.
As always, thanks everybody if you're still tuned in. Check out BARZ. I'm telling you, he's fucking dope. And And if you know my reviews at this point, if I'm telling you something's good, it is. All right. Until next time, everybody. Thank you,
brother. Family.
Thanks.
They gonna love us for life.
Yeah, I don't go there.
Right.
I don't fuck with them anymore. I used to like them, but I don't fuck with them.